Welcome, my wonderful listener, to this wonderful edition on how to set story levels in Archicad drawing board screen. In our previous tutorial, we showed you how to bring out the two commands and position them on the drawing board screen. That is regarded as the first step towards preparing your design. Now, this time around, the next stage after positioning your two commands on the drawing board screen is setting your story levels. Yes, one of the importance of setting story levels is it helps you to control your designs. It helps you position any object or any accessory at the particular position you want it to be in your drawings. Now, let's go by this. First thing is you move into this place. Right click on it, go down to story settings, click on it, and it will open the story setting dialog box. Now, one other thing that is very important you do before you go ahead, you have to prepare a design of how you want your story to be, like a kind of rough sketch. In this, I want us to look at this rough sketch that I did here. Watch this rough sketch. Now, this is a rough sketch I prepared to show my story levels in Archicad. Now, before you do any story level setting in Archicad, it is necessary you set your story level in a rough sketch mode, like in this. If you watch this rough sketch mode, you can see where I have my levels, like my ground level, my zero level, that is the DPC level, the window sill level, lintel level, ceiling level, roof level, and each of them has a proportional height difference from one another. Now, let's continue in our Archicad drawing board. Now, in this story level setting, first thing you do is you set your ground level. In the Archicad default mode, what you have here is ground floor. This ground floor is regarded as your zero level, and your zero level in modern architecture should be your DPC level. From your DPC to your ground level, the height is not determined except when you get to site. That is why you cannot tell somebody the height that you set your DPC from the ground level. Why? Because sites vary according to their bearing capacity. So it is only at the site that you determine the DPC level. Therefore, DPC level is regarded as your zero level. So the first thing you do in this regard is to create your ground level. Your ground level has to be in negative. Therefore, we move down to insert below. Click on insert below. You will observe that a negative level appears on the drawing board screen. Then name it your ground level. This is your ground level. Then move over to this your ground floor. Change it to DPC. Simply type in your DPC. Then after your DPC, the next level you get in your drawing board, like here, the next level after DPC is sill level. Sill level is the level from which your window begins and goes up. That sill level, some people do lay like 4 course of block before they get to their sill level. Some will like lay 2 course of block, and from that 2 course of block count their DPC level. And one of the things that helps you to know what your sill level should be is to consider this. The size of a block by height is 225. Now, when you top a mortar level of 25 mm on top of 225, you obtain what? 250. Now, this 250 should be multiplied by the number of courses you want to have. That gives you the height of your sill level. For instance, if you are going for 4 courses of blocks, then that 4 courses of block will be 250 times 4. That gives you your 1 meter. 1000, as you can see here. So in that regard, we move here, we write our sill level, window sill. Next level after your window sill is your lintel. As you can see here, the next level is your lintel. Now this lintel, the height depends on the number of course of blocks that you want to have there. So we type in our lintel. Now after lintel level, you have the ceiling level. Now to have another level above ceiling level, you have to go to insert above. When you insert above, what you have now is your ceiling level. Just type in ceiling. Now that you have your ceiling level, you've not yet arrived at the final level, depending on the story design. If it is just a bungalow, then the next level you should be having is your roof. If it is a story design, then you won't be heading to ceiling level. So what we need now is our roof level. So what do? We insert above again and type in roof level. Now that you have gotten the particular levels you want, now if you count them, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 levels. So what you do now, you start giving them the dimension, the height difference from one another. Like here, your DPC level have to be in negative. Now some people like make 2 feet as their DPC level. That is from the ground level, they have 2 feet, which is 600 mm. Some people will like do 450. The height of your DPC depends on your choice. When it is a modeling, determine there on the site. And one of the factors you consider is the bearing capacity of the soil. So here I have decided to use a 600. So I am going to type 600. Now when I type in 600, the next height level I give will come from height to next. Height to next. That is where I add my levels. Like then from DPC level, how many course of block do I want before I attend to my CO level? I want 4 course of block. That should be 4 course of block, 4 times 250. That gives me 1000. I will type in 1000. Now from my CO level, how many course of block do I have to lay before I attend my lintel level? Some do lay 5 course of block, some 6 course of block, depending. But here I am choosing 5 course of block. 5 course of block times 225 times 250 gives me 1250. 1250. Normally people, Archi students will like say the height of every window is 1200. That is wrong. It is not 1200. It is 1250 or 1.25 meters. Now from my lintel level, the next thing is to determine how many course of block do I have. Of course, we have to include our lintel 250. Then depending on the number of blocks we want to top on top of it before we attend to the ceiling level. Like in this case, I want to cast my ceiling, which is 250, then lay 2 course of block on it. 2 course of block, 500 plus 250 gives me my 750. I'll just type in my 750. That gives me the height to my ceiling level. Now from my ceiling level to my roof level, I might say, okay, I want 300, some will like say 450. In this case, I want to choose 300. I'll just type in 300. Now from this 300 will get me to the level of 3.3. Now we don't give the roof level. Reason is because the slope, the angle of the slope of the roof determines the height of the roof. And again, the slope angle, the slope and the area of the building determines the height your roof will go. Sometimes you might give a fixed height, but when it comes to actual modeling, it might change a little bit. So at this stage now, we have set our story levels. What do? We move down to this ground level, click on it, and then say and click OK. Now you watch by your navigator project panel, you observe that the whole height level that you created there have just appeared. Now your drawing board is set ready for design.